Today's show.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. Today, a Thirsty Thursday, the best day of the week, August 21st. We are now officially, 3 days out from the kickoff of college football season. Yeah, they got nervous, huh?
Don't rush away this summer.
I would never. We are two full weeks out, 14 days from opening up the NFL season, Thursday Night Football. Eagles hosting the Cowboys. That's right. The day we celebrate a Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl championship, and Micah Parsons and his agent will celebrate a groundbreaking contract extension from the Dallas Cowboys. Yes, this is Theoretically Speaking on a Thirsty Thursday. I'm Theo Dorsey. On the other side of the glass on the ones and twos, sporting his Baltimore Ravens cap, is C-Cat. And do you remember how the NFL season opened up last year on a Thursday night? I believe it was you and I at a Duffy's.
All too well.
Yeah.
All too well. We were at the Duffy's in Delray Beach, and we watched the Kansas City Chiefs play host to the Baltimore Ravens.
Yep.
And Isaiah Likely, if he had a size 9 shoe instead of a size 12 shoe, the Ravens would bring that game to overtime.
Okay. Right. I'm just making sure because I know how you Ravens fans get. Let's not forget how and I hate bringing up old stuff. I hate bringing up painful stuff, but let's not forget how your playoff season ended. And that assumed 2-point conversion that everybody thought John Harbaugh, he's definitely going to go for it, and they're definitely going to get it. They got Lamar Jackson. They got Derrick Henry, the most unstoppable combination in 2-point conversion history. Yet, with the game on the line against the Bills.
Wait, why is this relevant?
I'm just saying, like, y'all, your season was on the line and you didn't convert a 2-point conversion. But
Lamar Jackson had the ball in his hands, and
Yeah.
he threw the ball to somebody else.
Well, yeah.
The distributor.
I know. No, I'm not blaming Lamar. It's clearly Mark Andrews.
What do you call him, a running back? You said he should have ran it in? Is that what you're saying right now?
He would have had a better chance, clearly. He said it was so funny too, and I absolutely hate this play because it really derailed all of our great conversations about what the top-tiered quarterbacks are like. It derailed everything. Mark Andrews' blunder in the end zone there, dropping that 2-point conversion. Lamar pumped it at first, and I think in his head he was thinking like, damn, he old Butterfingers here didn't drop the ball twice already today. I done seen him at practice all week. I know how this is going to end, but I have to do it. He reluctantly threw that ball to Mark Andrews.
Yeah, he sure did, and he paid the price. And how do we get to this? I don't understand how this got brought up when we talked about the Chiefs-Ravens, which is another Ravens loss in heartbreaking fashion, where our reactions were caught on tape, live streamed to the world, where you were in the Lions' den. Theo Dorsey was the only Chiefs fan in a Ravens fan get together where people were letting you have it. You had speakers in your ear, alarms in your ear, people clapping in your face, and you handled yourself very well. Yeah. And you got rewarded. The football god said, Theo, you carried yourself very well on this road game as a football fan, so we're going to give you the win tonight.
That was a very rewarding night because you're right. I was taking it from every angle. There was that one lady that kept on buzzing that sound, that horn in my ear after every Ravens score. In fact, the biggest delight of the night was when y'all believed that Isaiah Likely caught that touchdown. Yet the same touchdown celebration happened, and everybody's like, "Oh, it's over. Go over 2. Oh, Ravens flock." And I'm just sitting there. I'm like, I cannot believe this crap. Because remember, the Chiefs had like a 10, 14-point lead in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
It was a Ravens comeback. I thought the thing was signed, sealed, delivered. And, it was such a delight to see that referee walk back out there onto the field. It was almost like the demons were exorcised from my past of when I watched my Miami Hurricanes in 2002 lose the Fiesta Bowl to Ohio State after we had already celebrated the win. The Chris Gamble pass interference ghost call by the referee. We celebrated that win, and then the refs come out like 8 minutes later and throw a flag, and the rest is history. Ken Dorsey running for his life, throwing the ball up, and the Canes inevitably are one national championship short. That made me sad now, just thinking back to that.
So do you think we're going to get as memorable
No.
as a season opener this year as we got last year?
No. The highlight of the day is going to be the Micah Parsons contract, and then the Eagles are going to stump on the Cowboys' heads.
You almost sounded like Jerry Jones there.
I know. I almost
Michael
called
Parson.
him Michael Parson. Well, if the guy that's signing the checks calls him that, then damn it, who am I to judge?
I don't think it's going to happen, dude. I really don't think they're going to pull this on us again in back-to-back years.
They are. They do it every year, though. Like, you're like, in back-to-back year, it would be back-to-back contract negotiations. Like, I'm not.
This one feels different.
Everybody keeps trying to say that. You know how I know this is all fugazi, by the way, and CCAT and I here talking about the Micah Parsons, Jerry Jones contract negotiation scandal that is resonating through NFL airwaves. It's the way in which Adam Schefter responds when he's asked about it time and time and time again. Oftentimes on unsportsmanlike, if you pay attention to Shefty, who clearly knows way more than he's allowed to speak on, you can tell when he's reporting versus when he's withholding information when he's asked a very specific question, especially on those talk shows. He's best on radio. Schefter is more buttoned up on TV. He's best on radio because there's a more candid nature to those interviews, and you can tell. I don't, and I'll go dig some stuff up in the break, and we'll play some of it later on in the show, talking specifically about the Parsons negotiation with the Cowboys. He's playing up the idea that maybe, just maybe, this one's different, all the while staying candidly in the middle so that because he knows in the back of his head, he probably had a conversation with the Cowboys brass behind closed doors, and they're like, yeah, we're getting this done.
So do you want to, like, on his own podcast, this is where he's saying the relations between Micah Parsons and Jerry Jones are an all-time low, and it's the symptoms of a impending divorce. Do you want to hear what he said on his own podcast?
Hear from the Adam Schefter podcast. Here he is talking about the Cowboys' pending divorce.
You can't get a deal done if you're not even talking. And the two sides haven't had any negotiations since late March or early April. And it sounds like at this point it's personal. It sounds like each side is dug in. The Cowboys have come out and said what they said publicly at the start of training camp, which Micah didn't like. Micah came out and asked to be traded, said he was ready to move on from Dallas, which I'm sure they didn't like. And right now, both sides seem to be angry. Now, have other people put those feelings aside in the past and figured out a way to work out a deal? Yeah.
Every time. I
don't see that happening here. I see these two sides headed towards a divorce in time.
In time. You know what everybody keeps saying? Oh, he might not finish his career as a Cowboy. Whoop-de-damn-do. He's going to play for the Cowboys this year and for the next 4 or 5. That's what the only thing that he said definitively, and you see how he keeps on coding his words there. He chose purposely at the end to say, I don't see him play in time. They're heading towards a divorce in the future. He also specifically talked about how they can't get a deal done if they're not talking. You know what that means? You know what that means Schefter gets to say 2 weeks from now?
They started talking.
Yeah, they finally
got
talked.
a deal done.
I told you they couldn't get a deal done when they're not talking. They finally talked, and now they got a deal done. I was right both sides.
Okay, how would it work if they got a deal done but didn't talk? Now, we got to find a way where we poke the holes in Adam Schefter's plan.
They're just pantomiming in a room.
I think you write down a number and you slide a piece of paper across the table, and you keep on doing that for 2 or 3 hours until you get a mutual agreement.
If Jerry Jones and Micah Parsons were not in bed with Schefter on this whole charade, I would, if I was them, I would purposefully do that and video it, and then tell everybody, like, yo, look, we didn't talk and we got the deal done. Shefty was wrong.
I know a rising tide raises all ships when it comes to business, sports in general. But isn't the NFL kind of above that sentiment where interest at this level of the NFL in terms of a contract negotiation with a pass rusher, how does that help Adam Schefter? Is it just downloads to his podcast? Why is it in Adam Schefter's best interest to be a part of the storyline and keep that going?
I'm not saying it's in his best interest to be a part of it and keep it going. He just has no interest in dialing it back. Because every time he talks Cowboys on his podcast, guess what? The numbers go through the roof. Schefter is a smarter man than you and I. Schefter knows more. Well, I mean,
Let's
at
see
least
his
about
SAT
football.
scores. I mean, come
Yeah,
on now.
say,
You're selling me short here.
Just football. With football. He knows more, obviously, than he's able to talk about and speak on. The reason I feel confident that he specifically knows that this deal is going to get done and he is playing into the fact that it might not get done is the way in which he speaks about it. Most people that are inclined on this stuff are clearly saying, yeah. No, I mean, come on, dog. Like the Cowboy, this is a show. Jerry Jones himself got on the red carpet and says, when things aren't going right for us or whatever, I like to make headlines. And who benefits the most off of the headlines the Cowboys make? People in content. Why do you think we started today's show accidentally talking about the Cowboys? It works.
Wait a second.
People care.
Second. Is this all a work too right now? Was it not spontaneity right now?
It was.
That
it's
you brought up?
Yeah.
Are you sure about that?
I don't know.
Are you
That's
sure
the issue.
that
that's the magic of Jerry Jones.
Theo said,
let's just slip into a cow.
Exactly. Let's just stumble and fall into Cowboys talk because we know it drives ratings.
All right, I'm in on it. All right.
Exactly.
Parsons cut me a check this morning.
This is a double agent here. Theo,
yeah, no.
in trying to point out that some people in media might be stirring the drink in order for their own numbers. Is Theo stirring the drink for his own numbers?
Papa got to pay the bills.
This feels like we are on a macro level where we're in too deep here.
You know, my wife loves expensive dinners. You know what I'm saying? Like, she has expensive and exquisite taste. She just asked me what I was doing a few weekends out from now, and I'm sure she wants to do some traveling plans around that. All of these things cost. All right? You know,
wow, Theodorus is in Jerry Jones' back pocket.
Yeah. I'm from Texas. You get the ties. I'm in. I'm all in on this. I'm part of the Cowboys drama, the theatrics.
This really is like another episode of True Detective where someone on the case happens to be an accomplice of the murder.
I know. And I'm throwing everybody off my scent by saying this isn't real.
Exactly.
I talk about it like every 3 days, and I always dismiss it. Cowboys ain't come on, man. They gonna get the deal done. Ain't no telling how the hell this thing's gonna end. Or excuse me, ain't no telling how in the world it's going to end up getting reported out through the end, but I am still 100% confident that when they open the season against the Eagles 2 weeks from now, Micah Parsons will have a long-term extension, and it's going to be very lucrative. Can I say a couple quick things right here before we move on to the topic of the day, because I want to talk about quarterback stock markets here?
Please do.
2 things. One of them coming out of the YouTube chat at Oscar in our YouTube chat at ESPN West Palm. You can always join the show that way and contribute. He said if the Ravens had a top 5 wide receiver 1, they would have won a Super Bowl in the last 2 years. Can I double down on that and say if the Ravens had just their own wide receiver 1 in the playoffs last year, they would have at least been in the Super Bowl, if not beaten the Eagles in Super Bowl 59. People forget Zay Flowers was injured and out against the Bills. People forget that the Bills ran almost exclusively man coverage against Baltimore, and the one-man beater the Ravens have in Zay Flowers was nowhere to be found. We give all kind of quarterbacks all kind of excuses left and right about why it is that they don't win games. Joe Burrow, it's always the defense's fault. Even though the only year he actually made a big run, it was the defense's fault. As in they carried him to that. Not carried him, but they were very, very, very instrumental. Josh Allen. Oh, he didn't have Stephon Diggs. You know, he's out there by himself. Nobody's, even though Khalil Shakir was an absolute baller for him throughout the season. James Cook, 18 touchdowns. We always make excuses for quarterbacks. People generally like to dismiss the fact that Lamar Jackson has been doing this generational run without elite wide receiver play. And nobody else has done that. Not even Mahomes. Like, Mahomes has won a Super Bowl without elite wide receiver play, but he didn't have the kind of numbers that Lamar Jackson put up en route to it.
I'm glad that you're on my side here, where the Chiefs were the 3rd best team in the AFC last year.
They were the 2nd best, for sure.
The Bills were a better team.
They weren't.
Bills lost the road game, didn't they? In the AFC Championship game? I forgot where that game was played.
It was in Kansas City.
The game's played in Buffalo. They get a combined 6 more inches on quarterback sneaks, and you're getting a much more.
You get more inches per quarterback sneak.
Actually,
if you're at home?
If we have this year's preseason rules for last year's postseason, Josh Allen gets a couple first downs on the quarterback sneaks, and all of a sudden we have a much more competitive Super Bowl.
I forgot you need to Josh Allen would win more games if we continue to change rules in his favor. That's the rule of Josh Allen.
Improve the accuracy of a technology.
Yeah, sure.
I don't think it's changing in his favor. It's changing things
in
everyone's
stopped his forward
favor.
Progression before he got that quote-unquote first down that y'all want to give him. It wasn't about the spot of the ball. It was about the forward progression that was halted by Josh Allen, thanks to Chris Jones stuffing that fake-ass tush push.
Hey, listen, if the Bills were 6 inches better, then we have a much better Super Bowl. And if NFL technology was 1 year more advanced, we have a better Super Bowl. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know, man. I think we got the proper Super Bowl. Honestly, if Mark Andrews had better hands, we would have a better Super Bowl. And that's just that on that.
You're telling me the Bills would also get blown out last year's Super Bowl?
Yeah. They didn't
now.
They would have, yeah.
It's hard to be
they would have, yeah.
just as bad, if not worse, than the Chiefs last year in the Super Bowl.
They would have also gotten blown out by that Eagles team. That Eagles team was
the Bills will put up a worse fight than the Rams. I think they put up the same type of fight. I'm not saying the Bills would have won the Super Bowl or the Ravens. I know we're in agreement that the Ravens would have put up a better fight. But the Bills would not have been just as bad as the Chiefs.
It's impossible for you to sit here and tell me that the Chiefs were the third best or the Bills were better than the Chiefs last year when they both got an opportunity to play that out and one team won.
Well, yeah,
I just don't know how else we're judging football teams.
They had two chances at it. The Bills won one game and the Chiefs won the other. Just so happened the more important game went to the Chiefs.
Yeah. Do you want me to rewind back to that Chiefs-Bills game that the Bills won that was like less important but obviously to you equally valued?
I mean, both played the same amount of minutes in the game. Both played on the same 100-yard football field. Mahomes and Allen both played. So I think it's a fair descriptor.
Who did that game matter more to?
I mean, by the letter of the law, it meant the same amount.
No, it didn't.
It did.
By the letter of the law, it literally meant more to one team specifically. One team that was chasing the Chiefs in the standings last year when that game happened, and also one team that wanted to get the monkey off their back by beating the Kansas City Chiefs and building confidence within their locker room. That game meant everything in the world to the Bills.
Were you in that Bills locker room?
And the Chiefs season doesn't start until the AFC Championship
Sounds
game.
like you're making assumptions on what other guys' priorities are.
No, it was. It was. I don't have to make assumptions. I watched it play out.
You know what
I saw how elated they were.
You know what they say about assumptions.
No, I don't.
You know what they say when you assume.
What do they say?
You make an ass out of you and me.
No, I want to hear what they say about assumptions.
Yeah. Make an ass out of you and umptions.
Your umptions. But no. I can't even take it seriously for a second that the Bills had a better. They also had the one thing that the Bills have had going in their favor is turnover luck over the past 4 or 5 years. If that dials back, that defense might get exposed to an even higher degree in this coming season. Turnover luck, one of the things that is the hardest to keep consistent.
Fumble luck. I wouldn't say turnover luck. It's not lucky to make a good read on a jump ball or to fool a quarterback into what coverage you are defending.
Well, fumbles and interceptions are both turnovers that you can create.
Right, but I wouldn't say turnover. I'd say fumble luck. When the ball's in the ground, it is not a circle. It can go any direction, and you are fortunate to get that ball back when you put it on the ground.
It's statistically proven that turnover luck is something that is tough to predict out in the future. Like if a team forced 20 this year, their odds are not more or less likely to do the same the next year. It's a very hard thing to repeat because of how randomly opportune turnovers can be. There can be fumbled snaps. There can be interceptions that go off of tipped hands. You know what I'm saying? Like turnover luck is absolutely tough to predict. You know this. You know this. It's literally this isn't a Theo Dorseyism. This is just football.
We're in mid-season form, my friend.
I know what I'm saying. I'm about to punch through the glass right now.
Week 7 right now.
Yeah, no, shoot, we are damn near. We after a whole summer of holding back. This just shows you just how much we've been pent up, ready to talk about some real results within the NFL. But no, the real question of the day, and we're going to go over some NFL futures in a little bit. We're going to also have in Jonathan Zaslow later on here on Theoretically Speaking. It is going to be a packed house on a Thursday, which is still the best day of the week. But I wanted to start with this today. As we get ready to kick off the NFL season, 2 weeks out, there's a lot of quarterbacks in a lot of locker rooms that still have much to prove. You think about a stock market, it's always best to buy low, sell high. Today, I want to discuss which quarterback has an opportunity starting today and ending in February to raise his stock the most. And if you've been watching us on YouTube at ESPN West Palm, you've been seeing the Jacksonville Jaguars highlights play. Trevor Lawrence entering year 5 with the Jaguars, who has been doubted by specifically people on this show and by the NFL general public. I saw in the Sando quarterback tiers ranking that Trevor Lawrence came in at number 18. In order for you to buy low, the thoughts and the perception around the player has to be low, and you have to see the upward progression right around the corner for them. Trevor Lawrence enters this season as rated by his peers, as rated by executives throughout the league, as rated by coaches who game plan against him, as the 18th best quarterback in the league, as a bottom half quarterback. He is going to have to, for his career, for his legacy, for his own pride as a guy that stepped into this league as a generational prospect, he is going to have to drive his stock up with his play and with his new weapons. And I definitively feel like he is the one guy singularly who the perception around him today and the perception around him in February, there is going to be a chasm between those two. And the funny thing is, C-Cat, as much as I feel like T-Law is the guy that's going to raise his stock the most this NFL season, he probably has the most volatile stock, because if things go in the opposite direction, people are going to be talking about how soon they can get off of his contract. Because there is no excuse for Trevor Lawrence not to be a guy who is literally playing on the brink of NFL MVP type levels this year. He's going to be starting his $55 million annual contract with the Jaguars this year. He's going to be bringing in a guy who is a generational prospect in his own right in Travis Hunter, who's going to be his number 2 receiver, because last year they got a guy in the first round in Brian Thomas Jr. who looks like a top 10 guy in the league already. That's 2 potential number 1 wide receivers for Trevor Lawrence. You're also getting an offensive coordinator from the Buccaneers last year, and Liam Cohen stepping in as your head coach, who is supposed to be a savant, who schemed up things for Baker Mayfield in Tampa Bay in a way that had him looking like a Pro Bowl quarterback, a guy that can make the playoffs year after year after year. When I look at Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, and then I look at BTJ and Travis Hunter, I think, well, Jacksonville might damn near have better weapons. And then I look at Liam Cohen stepping in and being able to literally dictate things on his own terms now, and he's thought of highly as a head coach. And I think, well, you give that guy the prospect, quote unquote, that Trevor Lawrence is supposed to be, 6'6", 210, monster arm, winning pedigree back at Clemson, winning pedigree at Cartersville High School in Georgia. All that dude did was win until he entered the league into the stench of the Jacksonville Jaguars, and he went coach after coach of horrendous play calling, horrendous decision making, and now he gets a breath of fresh air with a new GM, a new head coach, and a revamped Jaguars roster. I would buy T-Law stock right now. I would be all in on Trevor Lawrence right now because of the easy things that can get schemed up in this offense, plus what we were told about him when he entered the NFL as the number 1 overall pick. Baker Mayfield on that same Sando athletic poll that, again, they poll like 50 execs and GMs around the league. Baker Mayfield was ranked as the number 9 quarterback. 2-3 years ago, if people saw a list and Baker Mayfield was number 9 on it, they would have ripped it up and thrown it out.
Yeah, extraneous like that. It was a mistake. Someone clicked the wrong thing. No.
Yes. But guess what? He had his career revamped by not just Liam Cohen, but also Dave Canales in his past couple of years in Tampa Bay. Trevor Lawrence has an opportunity to do the same right now. He has the best weapons in the history of his career. He has likely what should be the best head coach that he's played under. And he also has enough NFL experience at 25 years old now, still kind of young, which is crazy. At 25 years old, with the faith of the franchise behind you, damn it, they named the stadium after him for a certain point of last year. Trevor Bank Stadium. Remember that? Mm-hmm. That crazy stuff? I have an inkling that this guy is going to finally prove what everybody said he was going to be this year. He's the guy I would be buying the most stock in. He's the guy whose stock is going to rise between now and next year. The biggest difference is you think about a guy like Brock Purdy who's had success, and you think about a guy like Trevor Lawrence who hasn't. Every time Purdy does anything good, all the credit goes to the weapons. Oh, that's C-Mac. Oh, Ricky Pearsall's popping off. Oh, that's his head coach, Mike Shanahan. Or, Kyle Shanahan. If T-Law finally steps up and plays, sure, Travis Hunter's going to get a lot of credit. BTJ will as well. Liam Cohen will get some love, but because he's a former number 1 overall pick, because everybody thought he was the best prospect since Andrew Luck, people are going to think much higher of T-Law. And I think that next year, this time, when that athletic article is out and they're talking about quarterbacks and where they stand in the league, he won't be a tier 3 guy behind Tua Tagovailoa, right? Like literally behind Jordan Love, behind Kyler Murray. He's going to be a tier 2 guy up there next to, if not above, Baker Mayfield. So if I was you, I'd be buying a lot of Trevor Lawrence stock right now, and a lot of it's got to do with Travis Hunter.
Yeah, and you might say, well, he's in the AFC, so this ceiling's got to be pretty low. But he's dodging 3 different bullets, and 4, depending on how you think about Joe Burrow.
That's true.
Not in the division with Lamar and Burrow, not in the division with Josh Allen, and of course, he's not in that gauntlet of a division with Mahomes in the AFC West. So there is so much room for him to maximize, both as a quarterback and as a team with the Jaguars, their potential, where you really can grow into a AFC divisional round game that you might lose.
Yeah, you're going to lose it, but you'll play it. And he's already got a playoff win as well, by the way.
Right. It was a massive comeback win, if I'm not mistaken, that I unfortunately couldn't watch.
Last year, was that the one that was on the one weird streaming platform?
No, I was covering the semi-pro football national championships in Daytona Beach, Florida, and I was getting push notifications about Trevor Lawrence mounting a massive comeback against Justin Herbert and the Chargers.
Yeah, bigger fish to fry. Last year, Baker Mayfield, with the depleted wide receiver core under a Liam Cohen offense, 4,500 passing yards, 41 touchdowns, 16 interceptions. That 16 interceptions is crazy. You know who also has had a turnover problem their whole career? Trevor Lawrence. If he has a stat line like Baker did last year or similar to it, 40 touchdowns, 4,500 passing yards in that Jaguars offense with Liam Cohen, we're going to be talking about him in a totally different light. And I'm not asking for anything incredible out of him. I'm just asking for him to be as good as Baker Mayfield. His stock is going to rise. 888-760-3776. 888-760-3776. Hit us up on the Baptist Health Hotline. Which quarterback do you foresee having their stock rise the most this 2025 season based on where it stands today and where it will stand this time next year? 888-760-3776. Hit us up on the Baptist Health Hotline. Are you experiencing foot and ankle pain and need to see an expert in the field? Baptist Health Orthopedic Care has a team of foot and ankle orthopedic surgeons and specialists who are regarded as leaders in their specialty. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho to learn more today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care combines its resources of experienced physicians and leading-edge treatments and technology to provide advanced orthopedic, foot and ankle, joint replacement, spine, and sports medicine care. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho for more information today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care has offices conveniently located in Palm Beach County through the Florida Keys. Learn more by visiting baptisthealth.net/ortho. Dude's been a winner his whole career. That Jaguar stench, I feel like, can finally be dissolved. Balky ain't there no more. Now you have a new GM in Gladstone, a new head coach in Liam Cohen. The culture should shift, and you also got one of the most impeccable weapons we've seen coming to the NFL in Travis Hunter. I can't wait to see how that goes. Hunter, by the way, is sitting out week 3 of the preseason. We'll see him for the first time again week 1 of the NFL season.
You know, honestly, hindsight's 2020. I still don't know how the Urban Meyer, Trevor Lawrence formula didn't work. And in fact, it failed quickly and so dramatically that it was cut so short.
It seemed like Meyer didn't care was the issue. Like Urban Meyer's clearly a good head coach.
Taking the second best coach in college football and putting him into the NFL at the time.
Yeah.
You thought that there had to be something good there.
We've seen it fail time and time again. But also it did not seem like Urban Meyer was trying. You know? Like when you're going after games the next day, instead of traveling back with the team, you're going to a bar to have young women who are not your wife sit on your lap and have brews with the locals. You're clear. Your head's not in the game. His mind was on other things.
I don't think we've seen the last of him in college football.
I heard
or in football in general. If Mac Brown can come back at his age and eventually leave North Carolina, not enough is made going from Mac Brown to Bill Belichick for UNC. But
that's kind of crazy, right?
It's insane.
They're rolling out the dough, and I like that.
In North Carolina, basketball shoe.
Yeah, well, I mean the basketball print. They printed some money with that basketball. Yeah. More theoretically speaking, we're talking NFL futures. We're bringing in stand-up comedian Kevin Bozeman. We got to update him on our delivery too of Punchline Picks, our stand-up comedy.
The last person that talked about our stand-up comedy said that we could have gone on stage at the Starship in Texas and killed. So I've been riding on that comment from Dean Thomas for the past 48 hours.
We got to report the good news. Theoretically speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
It's anything but the dog days of summer at DQ Grill and Chill. All August long, grab a 4-piece chicken strip basket, crispy, golden, and delicious for just $7.49. And cool off with our blizzard of the month, Reese's Caramel Craze, packed with peanut butter cups, salted caramel truffles, and chocolate cone dip. And the classic Superman Blizzard is sticking around for one last month. Come chill with us at DQ Grill and Chill. 2 locations, 4828 Lake Worth Road and US 1 just south of North Lake.
Saturday, August 23rd at 6 p.m. is Baseball, Brews, and Boom at Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium, presented by Southern Eagle Distributing. For $35 in advance and $40 at the gate, fans 21 and older can enjoy a craft beer tasting event from 5 to 7 p.m. with burger and chips included, plus post-game fireworks. To find out more information about the event, purchase tickets, stop
10, 9, 8,
RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com.
6, 5,
Canes
4,
fans, mark your
3,
calendars.
2,
the season kicks
1.
off Sunday, August 31st at 7:30 p.m. with a primetime showdown against Notre Dame at Hard Rock Stadium, followed by 3 September home games against Bethune-Cookman, University of South Florida, and the Florida Gators. Tickets are moving fast. Don't wait. Grab your seats now at MiamiHurricanes.com/football tickets. That's MiamiHurricanes.com/football tickets. Get yours before they're gone.
The Palm Beach Health Network Physician Group, an affiliate of the Palm Beach Health Network, is committed to delivering high-quality care to the communities they serve. Their award-winning physicians and specialists provide a level of expertise that has resulted in regional firsts and outstanding patient outcomes. For a physician referral, call 866-654-2362. To learn more about the Palm Beach Health Network Physician Group, visit pbhnphysiciangroup.com, pbhnphysiciangroup.com, to get in touch with the Palm Beach Health Network Physician Group.
It's the summer clearance event at Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach, and they need to sell 250 new Kias by month's end. Get up to $11,000 off MSRP. New Tellurides from $38,998, and lease the 2025 Kia K4 for just $199 a month with $34.99 due at signing. Plus, get 0% financing and up to $6,000 over KBB value for your trade. Open daily at 7:30 a.m. with no hidden fees and no surprises. Visit GreenwayKiaWestPalmBeach.com today.
We want to see ya in a Greenway Kia.
Right now is the best time to upgrade because once these deals are gone, they're gone for good. Don't wait around and let someone else drive away in the Kia you've been dreaming about. Your new ride is waiting for you at Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach.
With approval to KFA, stock number SG005991. MSRP $45,235. 10,000 miles per year, plus tax tag and $9.99 admin fee. Discount includes all Kia factory rebates to dealer. Negative equity refinanced. Offers don't combine. Expires 9/15/25.
Does your business leave a lasting impression? Attractive, eye-catching signs help you stand out from the crowd and create a strong brand identity. Our team at Signorama West Palm are experts in helping your business get noticed and get effective signage in front of your potential customers. Our team can turn your blank windows or plain vehicles into money-making branding machines by drawing customers' attention to your business. So if you're looking to leave that lasting impression, call us 561-687-7993 or visit SignoramawPB.com.
For more than 40 years, Actors Rep has been a creative home for bold storytelling, transformative arts education, and local talent in West Palm Beach. Now, this beloved nonprofit theater is in urgent need of your help. We're raising $40,000 to keep the stage alive, and every dollar counts. Donate today at GoFundMe.com/SaveActorsRep and help us keep the curtain rising for generations to come.
And Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
By the way, that was not a laugh track. That was actual video, audio recordings of when C-Cat and I took the stage at Bob Carter's Actors Rep and had the crowd rolling, right? That was like not even, that wasn't computer generated. That was real stuff.
We used to have a laugh track in the system, but we replaced it with real Nat sound from that evening.
No need for that computer AI stuff when you got the real deal. Before we bring on our next guest, who's going to, I don't know if he's going to applaud us or think we're lying to him, who's done 20 years of this in stand-up comedy. We got to tell him that we killed it at Bob Carter's Actors Rep. First, I want to tell you about the next place you'll see me with a mic in my hand, and also probably a burger and hot dogs and a lot of cocktails and some barbecue. The annual Boca Raton Bowl ABC Supply Company Great Chefs Tailgate Showcase. All right, this thing's heating up on Wednesday, September 10th. That means it's a few weeks out. Join myself and the ESPN West Palm team, as well as a few college football legends. We're going to be at the Boca Raton Innovation Campus in Boca Raton as dozens of local chefs, breweries, and cocktail masters serve up their favorite tailgate classics. Tickets are on sale right now. C-Cat, you're going to get some, right? We're going to get you in the door.
I better be there.
Okay. If you want to join myself and potentially C-Cat there as well, reminding you, tickets include all food samplings, entertainment, beer, wine, cocktails, and soft drinks. Once you get yourself a ticket, all of the eats and the drinks absolutely free in the house. Visit spiritofgivingnetwork.org/events to purchase your tickets today. The Great Chefs Tailgate, the single greatest lead-in event to the Boca Raton Bowl because, well, so much good food, so many good drinks. And as I said, your stomach going to be full. Uber there, Uber back. You'll thank me later. Joining us now on Theoretically Speaking on a Thursday, the best day of the week, is a man who you've heard many a jokes from and many a times from. He is Kevin Bozeman, 20-plus years in the stand-up comedy game. Plus, he has a great insight on sports betting. We're going to be talking some NFL futures with him. But before we get to any of that, Kev, I got to tell you, me and C-Cat, we killed it when we delivered on the stand-up stage for the first time, paying off our bet. I'm feeling good these days.
Look, that's what I've heard. I've been telling people, like, I'm not. They're like, "Oh, you hopping on the radio today with two sportscasters?" I was like, "Nah, dude, two other comedians."
Yeah, this is just a few.
I'm just chopping it up with the comics today. That's all I'm doing.
Kev, C-Cat, how long was your set that you originally wrote, scripted, and practiced before you actually delivered it in a condensed form?
I had 17 minutes, and I turned that into 12 minutes.
Yeah.
Is this stolen valor? Are these two guys that played 3 hours of paintball and then go to a wounded war veterans? Like, you know what? I know how it feels, my friend. Is that what this is right now?
Dude, you did 12 minutes?
Yeah.
That's a long time, bro. That is a long time. You know, when they do late night sets on television, they only give us 5 to 7 minutes because that's like literally that's an eternity in stand-up comedy. 12 minutes crowd work. Was it a whole lot of how y'all doing? How y'all feeling out there? Make some noise. Make some noise for yourself.
Make some noise.
Feeling good.
Y'all looking good in the crowd. Everybody looking. Y'all should get some drinks. No, C-Cat, he grabbed the mic. And I kid you not, Kev, he got right into it, and I don't think he might be still offending people to this moment. He held no punches. Our bosses were there. Our teammates were there. He held no punches. He's talking about all kind of crazy, incredulous things, and he's still here to live and talk about it.
Yeah, right? I know that the one piece of advice I asked from you, Kevin, when last time you were on was, is it worse to offend somebody or not make somebody laugh? And you verbatim said, oh, it's not a question. You do not want to offend somebody, because they won't forget that. And I did that to about 3 people in the audience who did not give me a laugh the entire night. And I tried to pretend that side of the room didn't exist for the duration.
Buddy, here's some other solid advice. If everyone loves you, then you're doing it wrong.
Okay.
There's somebody out there that's got to look at you with like, why are you even here? Why are you even doing this? Because if everyone loves you, that means you're really not saying anything. You're keeping it safe. You take some chances, you're gonna rub people the wrong way.
He did more than take chances there. I was literally in the crowd, Kev, and I was telling people somebody cut his mic before he's not allowed back on the show tomorrow. Like that's how crazy it was getting. He went first, I went after him. It was a tough act to follow. I did about 9 minutes or so. It was good. We got some good laughs out of it, and the people in the crowd enjoyed it, and we both kept our jobs. That's the number one.
That's probably number one. That's probably number one. You
it's
did
kind of like when
your
you go
job.
pick up hoops. Yeah.
I'm getting to work the next day. No MCL, ACL injuries.
No injuries.
Bruce ego.
Yeah, some bruised egos in the crowd, but we survived it. Kevin Bozeman joining us here. You've heard him. He's appeared on Comedy Central, NBC, CBS, and Fox. His comedy specials viewed all across the globe. Before we get into the sports betting talk, are you on tour? What's currently next for Kevin Bozeman on the stand-up stage and with comedy?
I just got back from Martha's Vineyard, which was great. Like and you'd be surprised. Like, I mean, just the stars is just hanging out there. Chappelle hopped on one of our shows. He was in town. Just saw David Letterman roaming the streets like a homeless person. It was crazy.
That's kind of how he
roaming the streets, dog. Just roaming the streets, full beard. I started to give him like $5 till I saw who it was, and then I started to ask him for $5.
Right. Chappelle, when he does that often, right? He oftentimes he'll go pop up places and just hop on the mic.
He'll pop up. It was great. So anyway, I got Charlotte coming up. Then I'm hopping on a cruise ship for a couple of weeks, hitting up Alaska. But all my tour dates, man. I'm in Arkansas. I got what else? I got Detroit, Portland, Austin, Texas, Vegas. KevinBozeman.com has got all my tour dates. I would tell you, click your Nikes 3 times. I'll show up at your doorstep.
It might just pull up. Are those the black Nike Air Force Ones? Is that the ones you got to click, or is it specific? Dorky
no, man. As long as there's, as long as it's Nike, as long as it's not one of those painted on decal Nikes, I won't show up there.
The spray painted.
Right.
Kevin Bozeman joining us here on a Thursday on the best day of the week here on Theoretically Speaking. Let's get into some NFL. Let's go. We're talking about some seasonal props, right? Like some things you like.
So hold on, I'm cutting you off because we talked about this. I thought we was doing college football locks, but I got some NFL ones for you. But I got better college football locks because that season's about to start. But here's the question: Is Miami more in the college football or the NFL?
Well, I would say out here, you have a lot of college football fans in Palm Beach County Treasure Coast because you have Florida State fans, Gators fans, and the Miami Hurricanes. This is such a transient area, though. So folks out here oftentimes are coming from New York, the Bostons of the world, Detroit and everything. Chicago is out here as well. So I would say if there's one thing that captures them all, it's college football. So if you got some college football insights, let's hear it.
Well, first of all, bad news for your Florida peeps. All 3 of those teams are going to disappoint you this year.
First, where do you get all
Florida State and Miami are going to collectively disappoint you. Miami's going to disappoint you. They always lose games where they shouldn't lose. Remember, what was that 2 years ago when he could have ran out the clock and he gave a handoff and he fumbled? It just gave a game away. Well, how many games did they lose last year where it was just like, dude, what are y'all even doing with this offense? How are y'all giving up 50 pieces?
2 out of the last 3. And you know what? Miami fired their defensive coordinator, so we're hoping that things change around there. But let's start with the Canes then, because I think they're going to be the best of the 3 Florida teams. Where are you at right now with how their season's going to turn out?
Easily the best of the 3 Florida teams. They will be. But I don't know. I mean, $3 million for Carson Beck seems like a lot for somebody that had a loaded Georgia team and couldn't get it done. And now you go into a lesser team. I'm just trying to put some money in people's pockets. So when the holiday season time come, I don't fade teams just to be antagonistic toward the wonderful city of Miami. But I think they got to get to 10 wins to make the playoffs. Right. And so knowing that they're going to lose a game that they shouldn't lose, because that's just who they are. You got Notre Dame week 1. Buddy, what are we doing here?
Does it start? So you're saying it's going to end before it even starts from Miami?
I'm just saying, like, if you're a gambler, like, don't put. If you want to circle an ACC team, it's Clemson.
Yeah.
Clemson is loaded. Those little ridiculous motivational Dabo Sweeney speeches work every now and again. They're loaded. I say that they over 10.5 wins at plus 105 is a solid bet for Clemson.
You know, I really like, and CCAT and I were talking about this after I came back from Charlotte. I went to ACC kickoff. I got a first person view at all the ACC squads there, and I came away enamored with what I think Cade Klubnik can be for the Tigers this year, who's got all of that experience with Dabo, who feels really comfortable in his skin. And he somewhat reminded me of the same energy that Cam Ward came in with last year, same time. I like Clemson to win it all, but I'm a Canes fan, so I don't like saying it out loud. Don't force me to do it.
This is what you have to do. Like when you're a fan, when you're gambling, you got to put your emotions away. K Cutler is plus 900 for Heisman. That's a good value bet. They're plus 1,500 to win it all. They're plus 125 to be the ACC championship. That's all plus money. Like, what are we doing? You gonna let your Miami pride? You know what's gonna happen. They're the only team that they pre-lose before they play.
That's the thing too. You know what? It doesn't give me much confidence that if we couldn't do it with the number 1 overall pick, Cam Ward, what makes me think we could do it with Carson Beck, who literally the Georgia Bulldogs let walk in the transfer portal. Kevin Bozeman joining us here. Boze Knows Podcast is where he drops a lot of his sports betting knowledge, as well as obviously one of the best stand-up comedians touring the nation. KevinBozeman.com is where you can find him. What are your NFL insights then? What's your favorite one on that side? I like right now where Jalen Hurts stands. I was looking on Hard Rock Bet the other day, plus 1,750 for Jalen Hurts to win MVP. And he's like, what 5 more tush pushes away from being in the conversation last year? Yeah. I think that there's a good chance. A guy like that's going to account for most of the Eagles' touchdowns, and they're likely winning 13 or 14 games. Plus 1,750 is too much value for me to not jump on that.
Plus 1,750 is not bad for Jalen Hurts at all. I would say, though, is Saquon Barkley going to have anywhere close to that kind of year? Because he's going to – when you have 2 studs like that, they're going to take away from each other's votes. So if you're telling me that Saquon is not going to have the year if you're telling me that Saquon's not going to have the same year like last year, then it's possible.
You don't usually get back-to-back transcendent years like that from running backs. How about this one then? That would be me banking almost against Saquon Barkley. What if I leaned in on a running back that people undervalue right now because of injury concerns? Christian McCaffrey with the San Francisco 49ers. Not for MVP, but for Offensive Player of the Year, plus 2,000.
Plus 2,000. I like here's what I like about your gambling is like you're doing some real value betting. Yes. Right? You don't have to spend a lot to make a lot. Betting on a dude who's pushing a running back who's pushing 30, who's been injury prone. I mean, you got to take your shots when you take your shots. Some people like doing hook shots from the 3-point line. But he is a talented dude. He's San Francisco's got a pretty easy schedule, so he should be racking up some stats. I'll give you a really good prop bet for your listeners.
Right here, NFL prop bet here.
Caleb Williams over 3,600 passing yards. It is a lock. Barring only injury will stop him from getting that. The Bears are the only team that doesn't have a 4,000-yard passer. Their head coach is an egomaniac, and he definitely wants them to get to 4,000 passing yards. He wants to say that. So Caleb had like 3,500 passing yards last year, so he's going to sail over 3,600 passing yards. That's a lockety lock bet with very little juice, like minus 110, that's how you do it. I love the plus 2,000 future hope bets that you got, but Caleb Williams over $3,600, and that's how you keep your kids happy for Christmas, because it was going to be paid out. It's going to be paid out by mid-December.
Oh my gosh! See, now hold on a second now, CK. He just told me not to bet with my heart. And Kevin Bozeman, just correct me if I'm wrong. You're from Chicago. You're a Chicago Bears fan. And the NFL future you give me is betting on the Chicago Bears quarterback?
Because I know my team and I know the squad and I got in-depth knowledge. You did not hear me tell you how many wins they were going to get. Yeah. You did not hear me tell you that they were going to make the playoffs or the Super Bowl or win the division. I gave you a prop bet, which is over 3,600 yards. That is a lock.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just trying to make the people money. I want the good people of Florida to thrive. I want them to thrive. So when I come to town and drop a show, they're like, oh, that's the dude that constantly puts money in my pocket.
And then they could take that money out of their pockets, buy a couple drinks at your show, and then before you come on the stage, guess who's opening up for you? Theoretically.
No. There it is. I knew a curveball was coming. That's why I'm holding this baseball, because I knew a curveball was coming. Yeah, look, if you hit stage on a regular, I mean, get up at least once a week, like from to the time I get there, which will be mid next year sometime. If you hit the stage regular and you show, I will give you a guest spot and let you come out and shine in front of a regular audience. But you can't struggle to follow your opener who's never done stand-up and then want to be on the show.
Now, C-Cat hearing this, he's the one that actually has real stand-up aspirations. I challenge you, C-Cat, to soon. Maybe you make this the New Year's resolution to get in there, start doing some sets, and you could have a shot here to be opening up for somebody who's nationally known for this stuff, man. This is the door opening up a little bit.
All right, I've got your email, Kevin.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep it. And for a rainy day, when times are tough, I'm going to look to the stand-up mic. I'm going to hit the open mics around the area. I know where they are. I know when they are. Yeah. I'm going to grind. And I'm going to present to you a VHS, not a DVD, not a video on my phone. I'm going to have a literal tape mailed to your office, and you can pop it in the VCR and produce.
Can you send me a time machine, too, so I can go back and have a VCR player? Can you send me a time machine so I can go back in time and play that?
He saw the gray in your beard. He was like, "Oh, I'm meeting this guy where he is." That's what he went for there.
This is seasoning. This is seasoning.
A little Clooney action. Yeah. I got a college football bet that I'm kind of interested in, and we brought it up earlier in the show. Talking about North Carolina football, and their win total right now is 7.5.
Yeah.
The VIG is on the under at -165 right now, and you look at their schedule, and it's kind of tantalizing because the only game where they're going to be very strong underdogs is when they do take on Clemson. But I feel like UNC is going to be circled on every other team's calendar when they come to town. Schools like UCF, schools like Virginia, schools like NC State, and schools as well as Duke. Of course, that's a big rivalry game as well. I think that UNC can win 7 games this year, and that will be considered a good season, even though they go under the win total.
Yeah, so I like the philosophy. I wouldn't touch it. I just don't know what you're gonna get. There's like 360 college teams, and why you choose to pick the most difficult team, that's just maybe that's
a lot of primetime coverage. It'd be easy to find them on TV.
Yeah, he's like, watch my money go down the drain.
I mean that's a tough one. I could see either way. I mean, I think it's clear that Belichick is easily the best football coach we've ever seen. But he was losing it a little bit. And college, I really don't know. I could see you putting a sprinkle on it, but it's -165. For that reason alone, I wouldn't touch it. Okay. Right? I would think more Theo. Think plus money. Yeah. Think plus money. I got Kansas, for example. I got Kansas winning the Big 12 at plus 12,000.
Sheesh.
Well, yeah, there's no decided favorite in that conference this year, if I recall. So I feel like you could have given any name, and it's like plus 600 or more.
Why did I say that? Plus 1,500 to win the Big 12. Not plus 1,500. Wow, great Kansas value. Plus 1,500 to win the Big 12. That's.
I might have to tell you on that one.
Somebody just said Washington over 9.5 wins. No.
That's he just immediately just cut his knees up.
No.
You don't even know he might play in Washington. He just shut his dreams
No.
down.
I think their win total is like 7.5. I'm not touching Washington 9.5. And I'll tell you this though, I take Michigan under 9.5 with a true freshman quarterback playing in the Big Ten. I take that under 9.5. I wouldn't take Washington over 9.5 though, but hey, that's probably some pretty good odds, Cody, but I wouldn't.
Yeah, each his own. And also, Michigan doesn't have their secret weapon. He's banned for like 10 years. And your boy, Connor Stallions. KevinBozeman.com. That's where you can find him. That's where you can tap in and find out the tour dates, see him on tour, and also see the Boz Knows podcast to get more sports betting knowledge.
Oh, he meant the Commanders. I'd lean no.
Yeah.
I lean no because they got lucky on a lot of games. They got lucky on a lot of one-win games, and generally those things tend to even itself out. I wouldn't touch it. I take the Cowboys over 7.5 before I took the Commanders under over 9.5. I take that. But if you're looking for just a surefire bet, it's always the Steelers and Mike Tomlin over 8.5 wins. Dude has never had a losing season.
Betting on Rodgers you're flushing your money down the drain right alongside CCAT. At least
Tomlin has never had a losing season.
He's also never had Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, so he won with Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Which is something that
he won with Mitch Trubisky and Kenny Pickett. So I think that he can manage Aaron Rodgers.
We are going to find out soon. I can't wait till the NFL season kicks off. College football kicking off this weekend. For more sports gambling advice, the Boz Knows podcast, and then KevinBozeman.com to check him out.
Yes, please subscribe. Please subscribe. I appreciate it.
Appreciate you pulling up, and we'll tap in with you later in the season to also get an update on some of these futures that you got me telling you on. Because if you leading me astray, then it's going to be a price to pay. Maybe that baseball right there, I might have to take that.
You can always fall back with comedy if this money thing don't work there. Mr. Funny Man.
Yeah.
The comedy duo.
Look, if the money start getting funny, I might have to. Appreciate you, Kevin. We'll tap in.
Hey, appreciate it. Thanks for having me. Peace.
The happy hour is next. That's CCAT. I'm Theo Dorsey. Tina's going to be pulling up. We also got Jonathan Zaslow from ESPN Radio coming on to the show. It's a Thirsty Thursday on ESPN 106.3.
The Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches returns February 25th through March 1st, 2026. To show our appreciation for our fans and community, we're offering the lowest available ticket prices for a limited time. Enjoy the beautiful Palm Beach weather and watch PGA Tour players compete in your backyard at PGA National Resort. These exclusively priced tickets are on sale now through August 25th at thecognizantclassic.com/ESPN.
Touchdown! Racetrack is proud to support our local high school football teams. Whether it's Friday night lights or tailgate parties, Racetrack has whatever gets you going to fuel all the gridiron excitement this fall. Grab your favorite snacks, crispy chips, delicious Nathan's hot dogs, sweet treats, or our house-made pizza slices. Don't forget to quench your thirst with a variety of ice-cold drinks. Racetrack, your one-stop shop to fuel your football Fridays.
What if every use of your debit card turns spare change into something meaningful, like growing your savings and supporting local community causes? With Flagler Credit Union's Impact Checking with Everyday Change, your spare change can have big impact. Each transaction can be rounded up to grow your savings and support nonprofits that provide meals, shelter, and essential services locally. Make an impact in your life and in your community. Open your Impact Checking account today. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic University Athletics.
Breaking news on ESPN 106.3 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
This just in. We begin this hour with breaking news.
When news breaks, ESPN 106.3 has it covered.
We've had developments. ESPN 106.3 can now report.
When your vehicle breaks, St. Lucie Battery and Tire fixes it. Stay tuned to ESPN 106.3 for more breaking news. Brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
It's Theo Dorsey, and I'm feeling hot, hot, hot. Temperatures are up, but your water shouldn't be full of mystery floaties. Culligan's got your back with water testing and reverse osmosis systems to keep things clean, cool, and crisp this summer. And get this, you can try it for just $10 a month. Stay cool, stay hydrated, and stop drinking who knows what. Visit Culligan.com today to schedule your free water test.
Hey, Culligan man!
For the first time, you can stream all of ESPN all in one place. And guys, it's changed the game for me personally. All the best live sports, the most championship moments, studio shows, documentaries, and originals. Too many to even name them all. Plus, all these great new features like watching 4 games at once in multi-view. Your fantasy football team updates live in-game. SportsCenter, customized just for you. They thought of everything to make this the ultimate destination for fans. You got to check it out. Sign up for the all-new ESPN app, like right now.
Anna Jar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or BradleyAir.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
To help those who want to be helped but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
Good morning, Doctor.
Doctor?
Hi, Doctor.
Doctor?
Dr. Jackson's practice is growing.
What do you mean we're still short-staffed?
He needs a good patient doctor.
How do we not have enough doctors to doctor all these patients?
And he doesn't have the patience to sift through hundreds of resumes.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
The John Deere Gator XUV lets you cut, pack, drive, scout, weld, stack, feed, pull, load, tow, spray, and haul, all in a single day. Because with the highest cargo box volume in its class, customizable features, and a towing capacity of up to 4,000 pounds, it gets the job done. You just have to get in the seat. Learn more at your John Deere dealer or visit johndeere.com/Gator XUV.
Look, up in the sky. It's a bird.
It's a plane.
It's DQ Grill and Chill's new Superman Cake Batter Cookie Dough Blizzard. This limited time treat combines DQ's signature soft serve, dyed blue, of course, along with sugar cookie dough, cake batter flavor, and sprinkles. The Superman Cake Batter Cookie Dough Blizzard is available for a limited time only at DQ Grill and Chill with 2 locations, 4828 Lake Worth Road and US 1, just south of North Lake.
Every Thursday is a Thirsty Thursday at Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium. Membership is just $100, and all fans 21 and up get a ticket to every Thursday game and a drink koozie, which unlocks weekly drink specials. Learn more at RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com.
2025 Florida football ticket packages are on sale now. Don't miss any of the 6 home games, including the home opener on August 30th versus Long Island, the SEC home opener versus Texas on October 4th, and Senior Day versus Florida State on November 29th. Visit FloridaGators.com and secure your seat for all the action only in the Swamp.
Elevate your drive with the new 2026 Range Rover Velar P250S, where sleek design meets powerful performance. Lease it today for just $749 a month for 36 months, with $6,995 due at signing. This is your chance to command the road in signature Range Rover style. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and make sophistication yours. Land Rover, above and beyond.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. It is your boy Theo Dorsey. It is a Thirsty Thursday, the best day of the week. And we are talking some football. C-Cat on the other side of the glass on the ones and the twos. Much love to Kevin Bowe's been dropping in, giving us some lovely tips and critiques on our stand-up comedy, but then also letting us know there's a pathway for C-Cat to embrace the stage as an opener this time next year in Florida if you get on your grind.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a coach telling a rookie, undrafted rookie in the locker room, like, hey, you prove your worth around here, we're going to find a spot for you.
And I'm not going to try to up my set times by saying, make some noise for yourself out there tonight.
No. Don't do that.
I'm not going to do those things
to
let my brain work.
Yeah, that's the low-hanging fruit. That's the easy stuff. You're better than that, C-Cat.
Thanks.
You did kill it on the stand-up stage at Bob Carter's Actors Rep about a month and a half ago, I believe it was. We paid off our Punchline Picks bet by doing some stand-up comedy. It was fun. It was a delight, and it was all enhanced by the stage that was Bob Carter's Actors Rep. For more than 40 years, the Actors Rep has been a creative home for bold storytelling, transformative arts, education, and local talent right here in downtown West Palm Beach. I want y'all to know, though, this beloved nonprofit theater is right now in urgent need of your help. We're raising $40,000 right now, $40,000 to keep the stage alive, and every single dollar counts. Donate today at GoFundMe.com/SaveActorsRep and help us keep the curtain rising for generations to come. Let's keep the arts alive together. More arts means more C-Cat with a mic in his hand, which is good for everyone, unless you're a target of one of his jokes. Joining us now is a man who needs no introduction, but we have an introduction for him.
You might know him as the Cooper City Rattlesnake. He's the human flamethrower of Miami sports radio.
Hey, you could be a maniac without being a jerk.
The preacher of the Pat Riley gospel.
They don't complain. They don't make excuses. This is the NBA. Deal with it.
The mayor of Dolphins Delusion.
Can the Bills' offense keep up with the Dolphins' offense?
And the only guy who can go from breaking down the Panthers' power play to cutting a full-blown Ric Flair promo. Woo! Jonathan Zaslow is the voice of the 305.
That's right, he is, and he's all in on the Dolphins making the Super Bowl this year. Zaz, what up, though?
I mean, that we're just lying on the show here. I mean, just straight up lies to get a Thursday started. How you doing, Theo?
Wait, hold on a second, Jonathan Zaslow. In that open, I heard you say there's no way the Bills' offense can keep up with the Dolphins' offense.
I got to tell you, I don't know why I would say anything like that, and I have to believe that has to be taken out of context.
No way.
Athletes all the time, when they say something and they don't like the reaction that people gave, it's always, I got taken out of context. That, for real, had to have been taken out of context. Like, I must have prefaced that with only an idiot would say, can the Dolphins keep, the Bills keep up with the Dolphins offense? So I feel like you took me a little out of context.
Okay. So maybe that was a mistake on behalf of the production team here at ESPN West Palm. I will say I did not have a hand in sorting through the things that will go into your intro. I do believe that C-Cat, who's on the other side of the glass on the ones and twos, may have had a hand in that. And C-Cat, do you believe it was taken out of context?
No.
I mean, of course he's not going to admit that.
It was timestamped September 28th, 2023.
Wow.
Where one Jonathan Zaslow on BetMGM Tonight said the Dolphins just scored 70 and Jalen Waddle didn't even play in the game.
Okay.
He was feeling it.
This is excellent information.
Okay.
All right. I'm glad. We're tracing back the origin story.
Yeah.
All right. We're going back 2 years ago. Guys, The Dolphins were really good 2 years ago. They were a playoff team 2 years ago. So you know what? I take it back. I don't feel stupid that I said that. I don't like the way you're putting it in there where it does come seemingly out of context, but it was not a stupid thing to say at the time. It was not.
Can we please take a flashback to the time that was late September 2023?
All right. So there it was in full context, Zaz. What do you have to say for yourself now today?
I am not embarrassed for having said that at the time. I like I said there, I clearly said it in a game after a game the Dolphins scored 70, Theo.
Okay.
So yeah, you know what? Having some confidence in the Dolphins offense in the moment, yeah, I'm okay with that.
Let's see if he was right. I'm looking it up. Dolphins results 2023.
I'm looking it up too.
Yeah, you're just hoping that you were correct here.
Yeah, that was the Broncos game, right?
They got killed at the Bills. They got killed. They got killed. They got
Hold on a second.
killed.
Hold on a second, C-Cat. So week 3 was Broncos Dolphins.
Yep.
Where the
Scored
Fins
70.
Scored 70 to 20.
Yep. 3-0. Dolphins were 3-0 at the time.
Undefeated. Watch out. Watch out.
Yeah, Marino and them were sweating. The very next week, 7 days after Zaslow made that statement about Dolphins-Bills, where I guess the line must have been hovering around a touchdown, the Dolphins scored 20, C-Cat.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's not bad.
That's not good.
The Bills scored 48.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you were wrong with the context as well.
Man, Dolphins started that year 9-3.
Yeah. That's
so
the story of the
promising,
Dolphins.
Man.
That's the story of the Dolphins at this point, though. Like, they are who we thought they were.
Yeah.
Who do you think they are this year?
I don't think there's an in-between. I think it's a very high variance from what the Dolphins can be. I don't think you just have another 8-win team. I think, I think they could be good, which would be an 11-win team. I could see that. Or what I think is more likely is it's the complete other side of the pendulum, and they could be like a 4-win team, where it could be like really bad. I don't think there's an in-between.
If I had to give you an option, if we were at the quarterback stock market, what city would the quarterback stock market been? Is it not New York?
Canton.
I guess Canton. Yeah, that makes sense. We're in Canton, Ohio, Zaslow. We are at the quarterback stock market. And I say, Zaz, both of these stocks right now are on equal footing.
Yeah.
We have Tua Tagovailoa with the Miami Dolphins. We have Trevor Lawrence with the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm giving you the option with 100 of your own Zaslow dollars.
Tua.
You're buying his stock today over Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, I don't think Trevor Lawrence is any good. I really don't. Yeah, I'm going Tua. Tua, Trevor Lawrence, he has won a playoff game, of course, where Justin Herbert and the Chargers threw up all over themselves. I get that. But if you take the resume between the two quarterbacks at this point, Tua's a better quarterback.
Yeah.
So I don't believe in Trevor Lawrence. I don't think you could win with him. I would take Tua. But it doesn't mean that I'm emptying out the bank account in Tua stock, all right? Let's not get crazy.
Well, the Miami Dolphins already did that for you. That's what his contract is looking like right now. The only reason why I prefer Lawrence today is because I feel like given the weapons he has now, given the coach he has now, and the fact that they got that old GM out of there and have a new look franchise that they're trying to build on, I can see this time next year people thinking of Trevor Lawrence, former number 1 overall pick, former generational prospect, of being a guy that a team can go out and win playoff games with. I don't see a world in which that happens for Tua at this point.
I mean, how many years are we going to blame Urban Meyer, for Trevor Lawrence? We got to get past that already.
Yeah.
And I understand, they got a new coach in Liam Cohen. You hear the way he said Duval, I can't roll with that. Come on.
But I mean, you know what? Last time a coach got absolutely heckled and made fun of because of his introductory press conference.
He won the Super Bowl last year. I get it.
Well,
I know.
Yeah, but again, Sirianni. Then you look at Dan Campbell with the Lions. Remember the biting kneecaps? Yeah. Look at the Lions now. Maybe the thing to do in your introductory press conference is be absolutely weird.
No, but then you look at the bad examples. And who was the guy in the Jets whose eyes were darting? Yeah.
Adam Gase, former Dolphin coach. Come on.
That's different. We knew who he was before he walked in that door.
I saw the video that there was a taco flying around in front of his face, and his eyes were roaming everywhere.
please explain this to me because you were more inclined with the AFC East than the Dolphins at the time. How in the world did a divisional foe, the New York Jets, see what Adam Gase did with the Dolphins and decide that's our guy?
Yeah, he had like one good year with the Dolphins. You know, they had a pretty good offense. Did they make the playoffs? They may have made the playoffs.
They made it once.
Yeah, they had that one good year, and I don't know. Yeah. The Jets just decided, we're gonna. He's what we're looking for, you know. And like I said, he showed up to that opening press conference. He had the huge eyes, and he was following around flying taco around the room.
Maybe the same thing they were looking for, he was looking for as well. It was like, how the hell did I end up here after what I did? All like of the past 3 seasons with the Dolphins.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Yeah. Jonathan Zaslow joining us from ESPN Radio, from Zaslow's Show 2.0. He is the voice of the 305 here on ESPN West Palm. I'm curious to you, man. The college football season kicks off this weekend.
Yes.
The NFL season kicks off in 2 weekends. I know that you are obviously going to be on the tailgate with ESPN Radio, so take your job responsibilities to the side. If I told Jonathan Zaslow, the fan, you can only watch one of the 2 leagues this particular football season, and you have to turn a blind eye to the other, which would you pick between the NFL and college football?
College football. College football. And it's crazy to hear me, of all people, say that because, I mean, look, I'll give you a quick backstory, all right? I was asked to host College Football Tailgate by ESPN Radio. This is our 2nd year. Me and Amber Wilson, we're going to be in Columbus next weekend for number 1 versus number 3, Texas and Ohio State. But we did it for the first time last year. I had such a fantastic time. I loved it. But when they asked me to host the show, of course I said yes. I'm not gonna turn down that opportunity. No. You know, travel around the country doing college football. Of course I said yes. Little did they know, I don't really know college football. like I'm gonna figure it out because I'm not turning that offer down. But of course I'll host a college football show, absolutely. But I don't really know college football. And then I found myself like embarrassed by mid-season where it's like, not that I didn't pay attention to college football, but it was so far down on the rung of, you know, my favorite sports up forever, my entire life, that I was like embarrassed in the middle of the season at how much I'm enjoying everything and just how great, how amazing college football is. And I've always loved the NFL, so it's not like I don't like football. I was embarrassed that I didn't realize how incredible college football was. So I'm being truthful when you ask, you know, which would I, if I could only pay attention to one, it would be college football. I love it so much.
I do think that the experiencing college football in person will holistically change how you feel about it if you've never done that before.
Yeah, it's different. These people, you know, at all these schools, they love their team. They love their school. And it's not like I come from a small school. I went to University of Florida, all right? But they love their team. They love their school more than I love anything in my life.
Yeah.
Like they care so much. And there's so many stories every single week. The 12-team college football playoff is fantastic, having so many teams involved as opposed to 4 or even before that when you had the BCS and it's just 2. College football is the best, man. I love it.
Well, we can't wait to watch you on your journey with College Football Tailgate on ESPN Radio, but also where can people find Zaslow Show 2.0?
Yeah, wherever you get your podcast, Theo, all right? Just search Zaslow Show 2.0. Like, rate, comment, subscribe. Tell your mother I say hello. I love you a long time. Do all that stuff. And, of course, we cover everything, Miami sports, everything 305, Monday through Friday. And, check us out. I would appreciate that. And every episode is presented by Anajar and Levine. Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys, 800-747-FREE. If you're involved in any kind of an accident, hit and run, motorcycle, slip and fall, you're dealing with a personal injury, they'll get you the compensation you deserve. Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys, 800-747-FREE, 800-747-3733.
Zaz, appreciate your time. We'll tap back in next week, same time.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. I'm excited. Football. It's going to be a great season.
It is going to be a fun one. That is Jonathan Zaslow. You know where to find the guy, but you also, if you've been listening to Theoretically Speaking, know where to find the good people that can help you beat the heat. My guy Randy in the YouTube chat earlier said, I need to defend those Canes because Kevin Bozeman was hurting his pride. It was hurting me as well, Randy, but I can't refute what happened last year. 2 losses in the last 3 weeks. It sucks. You know, also, CCAT, at EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing, which I'm about to get into right now, the great thing about what I love about their service and everything is when you get a service technician to come into your home, before they pull up, they will shoot you a text with their picture and their bio. And within their bio, it doesn't just talk about how excellent they are with their service and how many years they've been working on HVAC or whatever. No. It gives you personal anecdotes about each person. And what I love about EDS is my guy Randy, it told me he was a Miami Hurricane fan. So one of the first things I talked to him about when he pulled up to the crib to service my AC and install my new unit, how you feeling about them Canes this year? What are you thinking about? That back then it was Cam Ward. What do you think about Cam? TVD. Now we got Carson Beck. And we're all hopeful with our fingers crossed. You don't have to be hopeful if you're a Gold Plan member with EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing, because you could be locked in with a team that is going to help protect you the right way. You get 2 check-ins every single year. I'm a Gold Plan member. I can verify this. Preventative care and repair. EDSisyes.com. EDSisyes.com. That's how you can tap in with the good people. EDS is also now offering 0% interest financing for 60 months to qualified customers. How can you say no to that? You want to make sure your family is safe. You want to make sure your comfort is prioritized. And EDS is like, we're not going to let your budget get in the way of your comfort. EDS is Yes, your trusted AC and plumbing expert, making sure your air and water are flowing properly. EDSisyes.com. Tap in. On the other side, we bring in Tina. I know Cody in the YouTube chat right now. Cody in the YouTube chat is just dying for his Commanders to get some love. He thinks they're going to go over. He thinks that the Cowboys are talked too much about. CCAT, or was that Kevin that gave 7.5 over for the Cowboys?
Yeah.
Kevin Bozeman, who gives them some sports gambling luck. We're going to give a little bit more on the NFL on the other side, address the NFC East specifically as well. Plus, Tina's got to pull up with a cocktail of the day.
Absolutely.
That's CCAT. I'm Theo Dorsey. It's a Thirsty Thursday on Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121, or visit tworld.com today.
At St. Lucie Battery and Tire, batteries came before tires. We've been selling and servicing all types of batteries for over 50 years. So when you need a battery for nearly anything, we have it, as well as the fast professional installation you need. We carry premium batteries for all your needs: automotive, commercial, marine, RV, and specialty. We also offer delivery and on-site installation, serving our customers quality products for over 50 years in the home of honest, reliable service. Go to slbt.com and book your next appointment.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's, where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
Mas Plus by Messi is hydration plus more. A beverage like no other, made to give everyone an extra boost of positivity and inspiration every day. Created by Lil Messi, Mas Plus delivers a balanced blend of electrolytes with natural flavors, no artificial sweeteners or colors, no caffeine, and only 1 gram of cane sugar, plus vitamins with no compromise on quality ingredients. Floridians can purchase Mas Plus by Messi at key retailers across Florida or online at masbymessi.com.
A bicycle kick is a risky move, and risky can be exciting for soccer, but not for your money. PNC Bank believes boring is better. It's the smart and steady way to manage your finances and save the excitement for all you want to do in life. See how at pnc.com/brilliantlyboring. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865 and proud to sponsor Inter-Miami CF radio broadcasts. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
Tired of being sidelined by a sports injury? Get back in the game with Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Whether you're a professional athlete or even a weekend warrior, you can get back to doing what you love with our compassionate orthopedic team. Experience a new level of care and get back to your best. Welcome to being treated like a pro. Make an appointment today at baptisthealth.net/ortho or call 833-556-6764.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
Is joint pain affecting your quality of life? At Baptist Health Orthopedic Care, our team is experienced in traditional joint replacement surgery, as well as new, less invasive treatments with the goal of returning you to what you love as quickly as possible. Learn more by visiting baptisthealth.net/ortho today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care combines its resources of experienced physicians and leading-edge treatments and technology to provide advanced orthopedic, foot and ankle, joint replacement, spine, and sports medicine care. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho for more information today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care has offices conveniently located in Palm Beach County through the Florida Keys. Learn more by visiting baptisthealth.net/ortho. It is a Thursday. C-Cat is on the other side of the glass on the ones and the twos, and in comes Tina pulling up for the happy hour. Tina, what it do?
Happy Thursday. This week has felt like the longest week.
Really?
But also like quick at the same time.
That's,
I can't believe it's Thursday, but like every day has felt like forever.
You got to put the kibosh on that. I got it. Tina, you just wasted 20 seconds of our time.
No, it's just I can't
really
believe
bad.
it's Thursday,
Yeah.
but every day has felt like the longest day ever.
I felt like you just hedged your take.
I know, but because I have like mixed feelings about it.
Yeah, well, then you
like
then
I'm like I can't believe it's Thursday, but it's also felt like every day is just dragged so long.
So here's the question. Maybe it just feels like Thursday.
No.
No, it does. No, but I feel like we got the Thursday way too quick. This happened really fast. Like I feel like I woke up and it was Monday and now it's Thursday. You're saying both happened? Like
Both
it was
happened
fast.
for me.
It
and
was
maybe
fast,
just how my week has been.
I don't think you
like
get to
there's
do
a
what you
lot
just
going.
said.
Yes, I do.
You can't say that.
I'm doing it.
C-Cat, is that? I mean,
Tina, we've been at odds before, like at work
We're
on
at
the air.
odds most of the time.
I
We
freaking
usually
hate
don't
you right now.
Right.
I've never looked at you with more anger in my eye.
She's like, man, doesn't this feel like just the longest week in the world? But how is it already Thursday? I'm like, it can't be both.
I think it can be both.
I don't know. I like to side with you. I'll rock with you.
I know, yeah.
You can't talk out of both sides of your mouth. You can drink out of both sides of your mouth.
Yes, you can.
I guess, can you? Yeah, you can.
Yeah, think about it. If you have like one of those hats
2
that
straws.
have, yeah.
Like the guy, he was number 1. SpongeBob, he had the hat.
Oh.
Drink.
Jenkins is his last name.
Yeah.
I forget his first
He
and middle.
was number 1. And he had a nice cool
We got
hat.
to bring those back. The drinkable hats that hold cans on each ear.
Yes.
We got to bring those back.
Did
I
they-
feel like that's a big early 2000s thing in like college or American Pie movies.
Do you think something happened? Something must have happened to make them go away. Like not.
I think that the function isn't quite there, but we've evolved enough to where the technology can be there.
Let's get AI on it. Let's get AI on it. I'll ask AI if they can create a mock-up of that will be more self-sustaining, that can stick. Because you're right. Like, think about 2 Angry Orchards just pew, pew.
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying?
I think I would love that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What about you? What would you put in there?
Margaritas, tequila.
2 margaritas?
Probably.
That's a dangerous game.
Yeah.
It's a dangerous game to be sipping. Like, usually you go seltzer. Yeah, you know what?
There's a local spot here. You talk about dangerous. That has bottomless margaritas.
Sheesh.
that is dangerous.
What?
Yes. On the weekends, they have bottomless margaritas.
That should be outlawed.
We've been there before.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Is
Yes.
this for a
It was
Port's
for
birthday?
Yes.
Did they have the bottomless margaritas that day?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
It's insane.
I know.
Wow. Okay. Well, text me the name of that spot. I got to go check it out. But first, tell the good people about our cocktail of the day today.
So I've been seeing this cocktail everywhere. I've never had it, but I need to try it. A Hugo Spritz.
Oh, you know what? It's really good.
It's everywhere. It's all over my social media. I see
Hugo like from
Spritz.
Ross?
Hugo Spritz.
Okay.
Like, the Aperol Spritz is absolutely disgusting. It's
Yeah,
horrendous.
I'm not the biggest fan of Aperol.
Aperol, the flavor of Aperol itself, it overtakes the Spritz, and it makes me feel, it's just bitter. It's nasty. But a Hugo Spritz is a perfect blend of just like a little, not too sweet, but definitely you got the champagne in it. What's in the Hugo Spritz?
You got Saint Germain,
Yep.
1 sprig mint, Prosecco, soda water, and then you just garnish with the mint and a lemon wheel.
It's really good. I had it. So when we went to Florence, that was the big thing out there in Europe in general is, you got to do the Aperol Spritz. You got to do the Aperol Spritz. So we tried it. It sucked. I asked for a Hugo Spritz next, and I fell in love.
Yeah, that was a limoncello Spritz for South Italy or Sorrento.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Well,
the Amalfi Coast. I'm on my Italian vacation. I don't
Right.
want to compare vacations.
Yeah, I don't want to go.
That feels a little unnecessary.
Going vacay for vacay right now with me, bro?
Exactly.
Is that what's going on?
Yeah, I know that me going to Italy convinced you to go, but I'm not going to bring that up.
We went to 2 different regions. I was in the Tuscan region.
Yeah.
And you went to the Amalfi Coast in Sorrento.
Mm-hmm.
And
You also didn't
you
choose.
You didn't choose.
I'm spontaneous.
You got sent there like boarding school.
That's still wild to me that
Yeah.
CCAT did that.
For those that don't know, CCAT last year, he and his girlfriend signed up for a vacation, like a travel package where they surprise you at the airport where you're going.
Yeah, you know what to pack, and that's it.
It's crazy.
I could never do that.
I to be honest with you, I could do it. I don't think I could ever convince my wife to do it with me. It's not crazy. It's not crazy, especially because they give you hints and they let you know what to pack, and then you just go. I would be a lot more anxious about it than they were, though.
But for me, I would do it. It's more the packing. I would need to plan exactly what we're doing would determine like what I'm wearing.
Yeah.
So me only having a little bit of details of where I'm going, I would end up overpacking four suitcases
Yes.
to make sure I had all my outfits covered no matter where we went.
Well, the cocktail of the day is presented to us by F45. And what do you pack when you go to a gym sesh at F45?
I'm always, talk about outfits. I'm always planning, I always got to have a cute fit on.
Of course.
Always got to have a cute workout fit on.
They do a lot of
set.
video in at F45.
They do. I'm really right now into different shades of colors. So I'll wear a light purple, maybe sports bra, and then a dark purple shorts or
Nice.
something. Always have to have a good fit at F45. I'm always having my pre-workout beforehand. I've got my electrolytes and my water because I'm breaking a sweat. F45 Palm Beach Gardens, 45-minute workout. First class is free. So if you're unsure if you want to try it, your first class is free. You could try a strength class, maybe a cardio class, a little bit of both, a hybrid class if you want to. You don't have to think about it. You walk in the door. There's people there to help you out if you need it, if you need to modify something. You break a sweat. You stick with it. I promise you will see the results. F45 Palm Beach Gardens. Check out their social media to see the specials that they've got going on, or go to f45training.com to find a location near you.
That's where to go to train, to get your body right. To get your football brain right, you come to Theoretically Speaking, especially on a Thursday. I have a question I want to pose to CCAT right now, and it's partially because of how high he is on a team that I think is going to be an absolute stinker. Which of the divisions in the NFL, as we approach the year, 14 days out from kickoff, which of the divisions that you see here today do you think is most likely to have 3 playoff teams? 3 playoff teams coming from one of the NFL divisions. There's 8 of them. 32 total teams in the league. Don't need to do math for y'all, but y'all get how it breaks up. Which of the divisions are you like, you know what, if I had to put $100 on it today, that one right there is a lock to get 3 teams?
Whew. Now, I think it's a tie between the AFC West, which you would be banking on the Chiefs, and 2 of the Broncos, Chargers, Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a fair assumption that is definitely within the realm of possibility for 2025. And then I would probably have to go with they did it last year. Who says they can't do it again with the NFC North in the Lions, Packers, Vikings, Bears?
But your take of the offseason is that the Giants are going to be a playoff team.
Yeah, there's a reason why you get a lot of juice on Hard Rock Bet for that take.
Okay. You're not, sold on that working out. You just think that it's a good value right now.
I think the chances of it happening are much greater than the sports books are saying.
If that happens, do you think that means that they surpass the Cowboys in that division?
Yes.
Okay. Do they surpass the Commanders?
I think the Commanders could easily regress.
Wow. So you think it could be an Eagles and Giants division next year or this year?
Yeah, I think it could be a 2 playoff team division.
The division that I think has the most juice right now because of the coaching in it as well as the trajectory of the franchises is the AFC West. Everybody's on the upward tick. You got 4 Hall of Fame coaches, which is crazy to say. You have 4 Hall of Fame head coaches in one division. Andy Reid, Sean Payton, Pete Carroll, and Jim Harbaugh. Am I off base by saying that's 4 Hall of Fame coaches?
No.
Maybe Jim Harbaugh has a little bit left to prove.
I think there's a lot of bit left to prove. To be a Hall of Fame head coach, I wouldn't put Jim Harbaugh in there at all right now.
I get it. He's played in a Super Bowl. He's not won one.
It's a pro football Hall of Fame. I don't care anything he did in college.
I understand. He played but he also played in the NFL. He's thought of highly in the National Football League, and he turned the San Francisco 49ers around, and when he left, they went down. So, I mean, he's credited a lot for what he did in San Francisco, though he didn't have a championship ring to go with it.
But you know what? He traded away what would have been. Listen, his book is still being written with Jim Harbaugh, but if it were to end today, when it's said and done, you would say Jim Harbaugh traded away a Pro Football Hall of Fame coaching career for a College Football Hall of Fame coaching career. That's what he has right now in college football.
Yeah.
And he sacrificed those years to be with Michigan to build them up to a national champion.
The ultimate sacrifice.
I'm not going to give him credit for what he would have done if he didn't leave the NFL.
I have to go to the NFC only because I believe the AFC is the stronger conference. And I got to go back to the division that did it last year in the NFC North. If we're going to predict the Bears to be better, if we're going to predict the Lions to not lose with the brain drain of both coordinators going out the door, and if we also still have faith in both Jordan Love as a quarterback with his head coach in Matt LaFleur, and in the NFC North right now, you have a Minnesota Vikings team who has an offensive savant in Kevin O'Connell, but a question mark at quarterback. Those are the 2 teams that probably feel like the most shaky, but the Lions feel like a lock to make the playoffs. The Bears feel like they were coaching incompetence away from being a playoff team last year. I know if you look at win-loss, it was way off, but I think that they were a lot of coaching decisions away and a few games that could have changed the trajectory of their season. And the Packers were an 11-win team last year?
Yeah,
10 or 11 wins?
And back to that Bears take. I mean, Hail Mary lost the Commanders.
Changed everything.
Both these teams, butterfly effect. If that is not caught for a touchdown, Jaden Daniels does not win that game. Caleb Williams does. Who's to say how many more wins the Bears have that year and conversely how many less wins the Commanders have?
Here's something we both can agree on. Which division is going to have one playoff team? One playoff team from this division and clearly none others.
Probably the NFC South.
That will be a popular pick because that's how it's been. I would go AFC East.
Yeah.
I would go AFC East because the conference is so strong. You're going to get so many wild cards from those other divisions. And also the Jets, the Patriots, and the Dolphins are so weak, so shaky. There's so many ways in which I can see those seasons going absolutely wrong. I don't see any of them winning enough games in the AFC, let alone to get a wild card spot. So
yeah, and you judge the success of those seasons. Even if the Jets don't make the playoffs, the Patriots don't make the playoffs, those seasons will be viewed, depending on how it goes, they could be definitely successes.
I am curious now, too, in the AFC North. And Tina, you're a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Are you appreciative that people are talking so much more about your team this year because of the presence of Aaron Rodgers? Or are you just ready to, like, get to the next chapter of when you can go back to winning Super Bowls and you can start wearing their colors in public again?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm happy that the conversation's about Aaron Rodgers.
It's always weird.
Yeah.
He's taken over the Steelers.
I like talking about Mike Tomlin. I don't like really talking about Aaron Rodgers.
That's all the focus around there. But if Mike Tomlin and Aaron Rodgers come together and are competent, if Tomlin can keep his winning season streak or non-losing season streak alive, and if Rodgers is as good as he was 5 years ago, not each of the last 4 seasons, like, there's people that are predicting y'all to make the playoffs. There's people that are predicting the Steelers to actually be able to win a playoff game. Those same people think highly of the Bengals, and we know the Ravens will be in there. Nobody's talking about the AFC North enough.
Yeah, I will say with the conversation around Aaron Rodgers, it is considerably quieter than it was last year with the Jets and the year before that with the Jets. And that's because that is the foundation. That is the establishment of the Pittsburgh Steelers that Aaron Rodgers went to. And he joined it late. So it's almost like the momentum wasn't built up. And the will they, won't they went on for longer than we probably wanted to. But I think that maybe quieted things down a little bit, whereas with the Jets, there was no dominant voice there whatsoever until Aaron Rodgers got there.
They were like, come on.
That was the New York Rodgers, not the New York Jets. But the Pittsburgh Steelers have long been a thing and a long been respected football program before Rodgers, and they will long be respected after Rodgers. So it's not the end-all, be-all like it felt with the New York Jets, where it was finally we got the quarterback, we got the Hall of Famer in our building. We're finally going to figure out the quarterback room.
Do you think that we're also just over Aaron Rodgers and we just don't really care about him?
Well,
because this is also just like odd. This is out of character for the Steelers, so we could also be talking about this way more. I think we're just over Aaron Rodgers and kind of don't care about him.
It's a little exhausted. I think that we're over him until we can actually see him playing football games again.
Yeah, like there's really nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
Until we see how the season starts.
Steelers start 7-2, and we'll be leading the show with a lot of Steelers stuff.
Yeah. Until then, it's like,
show me first. I'm not going to waste energy on the Steelers doing better than they have the past several years.
He looks so slow out there, too. His feet move so slow.
Which is very reminiscent of the tail end of Big Ben Roethlisberger's career, where it was a mockery, him going through those drills, leaping over the bags, and just, like, not taking it seriously. But Big Ben earned that respect and that street cred with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Rodgers just walked into the organization, and it's just old.
We talked about quarterback stocks. We talked about who you would buy in on. C-Cat, I didn't hear who yours was, but do you think there's any chance that we think higher of Aaron Rodgers this time next year than we do now? Because I feel like career-wise, his stock is at an all-time low.
Yeah.
All time.
And I think you're on record saying that if the Steelers succeed, that's the Tomlin effect.
It is.
It's not the Aaron Rodgers effect on Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And we're saying succeed as in winning a playoff game. That's a streak that the Steelers have not been able to break since 2016.
Yeah, if the Steelers win a playoff game, I'd give more credit to Tomlin than Rodgers because I've seen Tomlin get to the playoffs with the likes of Kenny Pickett, Duck Hodges, and Mitch Trubisky. If Rodgers' only effect is he's able to get them over the hump of just winning one playoff game, that's still Tomlin dragging his sorry ass to the playoffs and not the other way around.
I kind of have the same opinion as Jonathan Zaslow. I think Tua's got a very low stock, and people are just kind of combining the two as an unhealthy quarterback and bad quarterback, and they're just marrying the two for Tua, where it's not the same. Like, he's a good quarterback.
Yeah.
And he also has gotten injured a couple of times, and they happen to be head injuries, and they happen to be on nationally televised primetime games where several of these injuries did take place. So people just write off Tua as a bad quarterback, not just a guy who wasn't healthy. So I think Tua's got a very low stock right now that can shoot to the moon and once again have us feeling about the Dolphins as we did when they started the season red hot in 2023.
Yeah, but the other side of Tua is the fact that he sucks once the calendar turns to like November. And I don't think he hasn't shaken that. He hasn't played well against a playoff team. Is the other side of the issue.
I'll buy my Tua stock. and I'll sell it on on Thanksgiving weekend.
I would do that. That is wise. That is a wise play. Tina, why did you count down before you jumped in your chair during the break?
Because my seat, I have to put it so high. And so I was in my chair and I had to get out and then get back in it. And the first time I tried to get into my chair, it was so high, I couldn't reach, and it kept moving backwards.
When you jump into it, yeah.
So that's why I just had some energy, and I was just like 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Did a jump.
And honestly, I
have to jump to get in my seat so that I'm high enough for the mic and the camera. And
because then you look like you're on the kids table on our ESPN West Palm YouTube stream.
It's like those dudes that drive lifted trucks but are about 5'2", and you see them have to go left arm on the door handle, right arm on the seat of the truck, and then lift up in.
That's embarrassing.
It's tough. Use the step, man.
This is the thing. So if you're that kind of guy, you got that kind of a truck, and you pull up to pick up your young lady for a date, do you not go to the front door and knock? You have to just honk the horn because you don't want her to see you hopping in the truck.
You're going to have to help her in the truck.
I know. Oh, you're right. So he has to do it anyway.
He has to get out.
Damn. How do you handle that? Because that's emasculating, her seeing you have to, jump into the truck. That's almost like being a guy at a table and your feet are swinging. You don't want the lady seeing that.
So my dad, he didn't have to really reach or whatnot, but he had a very lifted truck.
Yeah.
And when my mom and I are 5 feet tall, we would.
You'd have to pick you up.
Basically was. Yeah. I basically my foot was to my head, and I had to really stretch and lift myself up to get into the truck.
But I also don't want to.
Totally understand that.
Yeah.
People should be able to buy whatever vehicle they want to buy.
Okay.
I think you got to buy the accessories that make it a little more stylish. And when I say stylish, not the car itself, but you with the car. You can wear a certain outfit and it looks good on somebody.
Yeah, that's when they be like, "Oh, you wearing that dress?" That's
exactly.
It's like a compliment.
You got to wear that truck, and that means putting the precautions in there so you don't have to jump into your own truck. You can walk into your own truck, and that involves an extra little step down there.
Have you guys ever been? I was texting a teammate that's in one of our other markets this week, and I sent him a picture, and I was sitting in my driver's seat, and it showed my car. He's like, "Oh, I didn't know you were a Hyundai girl, whatever." I was like, "What did you think I was?" And the car that he thought I was actually offended me.
Can I guess it?
Maybe, but
Fiat.
No, it offended me. I was a little
Prius.
upset. No.
Are you gonna say Jeep?
No, I would be happy to be a Jeep.
All right, so Toyota Camry.
No.
I'm trying to think. If you looked at Tina, what kind of car would you just assume she drives?
Kia Soul.
No.
Okay, one more.
It was just a random car that he said, and I'm like, how did he get?
What's the name of the car? What do you know?
The brand is Chevy.
Chevy Tahoe?
No.
Malibu?
No. I had
Impala?
a Malibu. I loved my Malibu.
He thought you was driving an Impala?
No. He said I was a Chevy Cruze, and I was just a little
I don't even know what a
upset.
Chevy Cruze is. Is that like an electric car?
No.
It's just a regular sedan.
I was just I thought I was a little.
Who the hell looks at somebody and says you look like you drive a Chevy Cruze? Tell me the archetype.
I didn't even respond. I was like, I could tell him that this upset me and offended me a little bit, but I was like, I won't.
Was that better or worse than me asking if you were a Swiftie? Because I feel like that at least
that
is
was a little worse. Nothing against Chevy Cruzes. I'm like, I love a Jeep Wrangler.
Yeah.
That's my dream.
You also love Vitacost.
I love Vitacost. And hey, if I got to jump into any trucks, I could use maybe some Vitacost pre-workout to, give me a little more extra energy to be able to get up in there myself. I don't need anyone's help to do that. Vitacost Sports Certified Marketplace is built for athletes and fitness enthusiasts who train hard and understand the benefits of clean supplementation and nutrition. Whether you're just a gym junkie like me, maybe prepping for a race, a marathon, a fitness activity, or just trying to be a little more health conscious, Vitacost is your go-to for leveling up your game. They have over 400 performance-enhancing supplements, all certified, free of banned substances to help you level up your nutrition game. Visit Vitacost.com and use the code ESPN20. ESPN20 for 20% off. ESPN20, 20% off your order. Level up your game with Vitacost.
Travis Hunter not playing this weekend for the Jaguars, but they'll still play some football. We probably won't be watching. He's the best show right now in the NFL outside of any quarterback. We discuss other showstoppers in the league on the other side. The happy hour continues. That's Cena. That's C-Cat. I'm Theo Dorsey. We're theoretically speaking.
Wait,
don't.
Did you say
That's
Cena?
Cena?
Yeah.
John Cena's on the show today?
I was like, that's Tina, but it slid that my words came together. Don't criticize my tosses to break.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 1063.
Look, up in the sky. It's a bird.
It's a plane.
It's DQ Grill and Chill's new Superman Cake Batter Cookie Dough Blizzard! This limited time treat combines DQ's signature soft serve, dyed blue, of course, along with sugar cookie dough, cake batter flavor, and sprinkles. The Superman Cake Batter Cookie Dough Blizzard is available for a limited time only at DQ Grill and Chill with 2 locations, 4828 Lake Worth Road and US 1, just south of North Lake.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
Does your business leave a lasting impression? Attractive, eye-catching signs help you stand out from the crowd and create a strong brand identity. Our team at Signorama West Palm are experts in helping your business get noticed and get effective signage in front of your potential customers. Our team can turn your blank windows or plain vehicles into money-making branding machines by drawing customers' attention to your business. So if you're looking to leave that lasting impression, call us 561-687-7993 or visit signoramawpb.com.
F45 Training West Palm Beach offers functional group fitness classes reimagined. Sign up for F45 today and visit their West Palm Beach location. Featuring high-intensity group workouts that are fast, fun, and results-driven, F45 always has the right workout for you. Not to mention, it takes just 45 minutes. Visit F45training.com today to find a studio near you and officially join the F45 Training family. F45, team training, life-changing.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford Groom.
Sam, 30 seconds on the clock. The Ford Summer Sales Event.
Great time to buy.
Correct. What do we have amazing deals on this summer?
Ford trucks and SUVs.
Is Ford America's all-time best-selling auto brand?
Let me think. Yeah, it is.
3 for 3.
What do I win?
You get to work at the Ford Summer Sales Event.
Amazing. I think I was going to do that anyway.
You betcha.
Based on Automotive News Almanac historical data and industry-reported sales data from 1909 through 2024 CY.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
Catman, do you even golf, bro?
I sure do. And I'm getting better every day.
Wow.
All thanks to the Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center. My 8-iron, before I got lessons with the Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center,
was terrible.
Went on average 140 yards. Yesterday, I got a lesson using that club. It applied to all of my irons. So my 8-iron on half swings, not a complete windup, on half swings was going 150. Ridiculous stuff from Coach Pete of the Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center. I cannot wait until next week. They've got the facilities, they've got the tools, and they've got the coaching that you need, and the indoor or outdoor. It's raining right now. You probably wouldn't want to be practicing golf in the weather that we had today and yesterday afternoon. So how about a 2,000 square foot indoor training area? They've got the 3 hitting bays, the private classroom, and they have cutting-edge video and ball flight analysis so you can diagnose why that slice is happening, why that snap hook to the left is happening off the tee box. It's all at the Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center. That's where you can train like a tour pro. Right off I-95, right off the turnpike. That's where you got to go to get your golf game right.
Well, speaking of going places.
The Safebound Get Around is brought to you by Safebound Moving and Storage, South Florida's most trusted moving company. You're safe with Safebound.
It's the Safebound Get Around. We go stop to stop all across the globe in sports and more. Where are we going first, C-Cat?
Next stop.
Let's go to Cleveland, Ohio, where I heard maybe the worst question ever asked at a press conference to Myles Garrett, who's on the stand and got in trouble for speeding in the offseason. Not once, but twice in his career. Take a listen.
What is it like to be in that car and seeing that speedometer creep up toward 100?
I'd honestly rather talk about football on this team than anything I'm doing off field other than the back to school, event that I did the other day.
But still, I mean, people want to know about that.
People want to know a lot of things.
I love that.
And if you were wondering what was asked, people want to know what it feels like seeing the speedometer creep up to 100 miles per hour.
Yeah. You know what? Fair question when you're out here speeding and getting speeding tickets. I told you, athletes who drive fast, it's an idiotic move. I can't get with it.
As a matter of fact,
next stop.
We're staying in Cleveland.
Oh, no.
Dylan Gabriel said he's focused on being a competitor, not an entertainer, taking a shot at the media. But some people thought it was a shot at Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur, what do you say?
It is what it is. I spoke with him. He said, nah, bro, that wasn't. He said, that wasn't. He told me on the plane. He came up. He was like, nah, bro, that wasn't at you. I see how they trying to spin. I'm like, oh, all right. I'm not tripping. Regardless of whatever it was. Nobody's words or anything affects me, So, yeah.
Did you believe him when he told
Listen
you
to
it
this.
wasn't on you?
Did I believe him? I mean, I feel like you're trying to start stuff now. I feel like you're trying to start stuff.
Did you believe it?
I mean, he's doing his job. He's supposed to. Do I feel like he did? I don't know. And that's not on me to sit here and be like, oh, he
What? What, Shedeur? That is They obviously have beef. They have beef right now, Tina. That sounds like a guy that has beef.
Yes.
I don't understand why you don't just say, yes, I believe them and moved on. Okay. Go Cleveland Browns. Go in love. Go in joy. Go in peace.
The Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches returns February 25th through March 1st, 2026. To show our appreciation for our fans and community, we're offering the lowest available ticket prices for a limited time. Enjoy the beautiful Palm Beach weather and watch PGA Tour players compete in your backyard at PGA National Resorts. These exclusively priced tickets are on sale now through August 25th at thecognizantclassic.com/ESPN.
The season is kicking off. Keep your home in the win column with EDS Air Conditioning. Right now, qualified customers can score 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong on the field, not in your living room. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8-star rating, EDS is trusted as the MVP, and it has been since 2006. Visit EDS.com today. Kick off your game day comfort and don't sweat the small stuff.
Kaiser University's flagship campus. The 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees. Kaiser University also has an athletic program with 26 national championships, including back-to-back-to-back lacrosse titles, and they just won their first ever national championship for men's tennis. Visit KUSeahawks.com for the latest on the championship flagship campus of Kaiser University.
It's anything but the dog days of summer at DQ Grill and Chill. All August long, grab a 4-piece chicken strip basket, crispy, golden, and delicious for just $7.49. And cool off with our blizzard of the month, Reese's Caramel Craze, packed with peanut butter cups, salted caramel truffles, and chocolate cone dip. And the classic Superman Blizzard is sticking around for one last month. Come chill with us at DQ Grill and Chill. 2 locations, 4828 Lake Worth Road and US 1 just south of North Lake.
What if every use of your debit card turns spare change into something meaningful, like growing your savings and supporting local community causes? With Flagler Credit Union's Impact Checking with Everyday Change, your spare change can have big impact. Each transaction can be rounded up to grow your savings and support nonprofits that provide meals, shelter, and essential services locally. Make an impact in your life and in your community. Open your Impact Checking account today. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic University Athletics.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
Okay, we have to talk about the new ESPN app. The most live sports, the best championship moments, and so much more. Monday Night Football, college football, NBA, WNBA, NHL, NWSL, college football, volleyball, softball, gymnastics, lacrosse, and the list goes on and on. Plus, shows like SportsCenter with SVP, First Take with Stephen A., College Game Day, and the entire 30 for 30 library